nigga on this couch.
Man, nigga ain't trying to hear that shit. It's the Let's Talk Ball podcast. You see who it is. It's the gang back again. Troy Duchesne, Harry Landry. I don't know who this motherfucker is. I'm just
episode.
I'm just kidding.
We got my dog.
Trixx. You already know who it
Trixx
is.
up in here. We got. If you don't know,
now you know.
now you fucking know.
Chalet.
Episode.
Why the episode got to be uncomfortable, Trixx?
Because I'm uncomfortable, nigga.
You uncomfortable. You act like somebody laying on your shoulder.
I don't sit this close to family.
That nigga talking about he was uncomfortable. Nigga took a hood nap.
Thank you.
Nigga was good.
This
in
nigga
sleep.
just woke up.
Yeah, you guys were recording me sleep.
Yes,
Who's the creeps?
Harry.
No, niggas who sleep around the niggas. why you sleeping in a room full of niggas? Why
You that comfortable around niggas?
I'm all slumped. Like,
He was like, oh man, all these dudes in here. I think I should take a nap.
Yeah, though. I don't sleep around niggas like that.
What is
Niggas
mouth
on
open?
some, you might not see Trixx again. Like, this is a Diddy party. Leave me alone. I'm not the creep here.
He know you with his brothers, man. That's my dog. We appreciate, we love and appreciate you, Trixx. Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Trixx.
birthday
650.
again.
When you see this episode, it's not gonna be Trixx's
Yeah, it's not
birthday no
gonna
more,
be
but
his
still wish him happy
Sponsored
birthday.
by AARP Prudential Life Insurance.
Nigga, this is sponsored by Icy Hot.
Sponsored by
No, Ben Gay.
Bang, wow.
Ben Gay.
Nigga says what episode it is.
Nigga, that shit hurt. I don't lose Bengay. That's old school. That's your parents put that on you when you were
Nigga says sponsored
when
by
you were bad, bro. Bengay.
Oh.
sponsored by Epsom salt. Yeah.
My dad would put that on you when you got in trouble, bro. That
Put
shit
some Ben Gay
burned.
on you.
That's
That
a crazy
shit
punishment.
burned,
What
bro.
type of punishment? What would you have to do to earn that
Icy
punishment?
Hot, all the shit y'all got now, Icy Hot, what was it?
Biofreeze.
Tiger Bomb.
Yeah.
All that shit, it burned for like 2 seconds. Bengay burned for a week.
I'm about to say, bitch, Tiger Bomb sound like a shot, bitch. I take a shot of
Nah, you
Tiger
don't know.
Bomb.
Tiger Bomb a little older too.
Okay.
Yeah, Tiger Bomb been around for
I ain't
a
never
while.
heard that.
All right, boomers, goddamn.
My bad. I'm a little old.
Back
No.
Nah,
but
one
come on,
time
bro. It's
I got
the truth.
I got Icy Hot on my nuts one time. Horrible
How
experience.
did you
I ain't
get
gonna
it?
lie. I got it on my nuts one time. Boy.
Dog, I'm trying to tell you.
How is this-
Uncomfortable episode.
That's what we naming this episode.
Uncomfortable episode.
Thank
Listen,
you, Trixx.
We're out the gate. We're
It was
talking about Icy Hot on the
My bad.
balls.
Look, I'm gonna
Yes.
I ain't gonna be all up on you, Troy. I was running track, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna run. My coach said, just put some Icy Hot on your inner thigh. You're gonna be all right. When you start running, you're gonna feel
That's
good.
an evil coach. is
Don't
what
put
that
it
is.
too high on your thigh to where when you run, it move on.
nuts.
Is you get on your nuts,
Your coach don't like you.
dog. Nigga was like, you was running fast. I said, well,
How old was you?
this was 11th grade, so like 15,
15,
16.
16, yeah.
Your coach told you to put
Icy Hot on my
ice
thigh
on your inner thigh. No, he said inner thigh.
because that's what was hurting, Trixx.
No,
That might
No.
that might be a cheat code.
that could be a mean.
I was
coach.
running so fast.
Be like, how did you win that? Ice out on my nuts.
Niggas like, what's your secret to
What's your
success?
secret? It gotta be
I
the
think
shoes.
your coach
It's
just
icy
wanted
out.
you to run fast and uncomfortably.
No, I was moving.
Nobody
Running
tells
like
a
a
child.
bat out of hell.
No adult tells a child to put Icy Hot on their inner thigh.
He was a really old man too.
If I ever run track,
Very
I'm gonna
evil
do that.
man is what he
About to
was.
say, pause, but how you got it on yours?
Man, I was in pain, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I was one of them that had like the cooling after effects.
Sensation, yeah.
And I was in pain. I was let me rub this on and see what happens.
Oh, you made a choice.
I made a conscious decision.
Okay, so you were coerced.
Yeah, I
And
was
you were-
misguided.
You just decided to put it.
He was bamboozled. Yeah, so I
I got swindled, Troy.
Harrison, I knew what I was doing.
Isn't that weird though? Like I feel like that's what Diddy do at parties. He put this in your inner thigh. It'll feel good. It'll feel good.
Put this on your inner thigh and wait for everybody else to leave. I'll be right back.
Put this on your inner thigh.
You ain't never been to no Diddy parties?
Why would I go?
Because I
have
was
a good time.
up until recently, us the public didn't know that it was a wild party.
I'm
It
not
just
that
sounded
famous.
like a regular party that people
I'm not
go
that
to.
famous,
You
bro.
ever been invited to one?
I've been to Hollywood, a Hollywood party, not a Diddy party, but I've seen what goes on at the Hollywood party.
The ones where they're drinking the blood and shit.
Nah, the one where it's like it start out as a party and then you might want to leave because it gets uncomfortable.
That's how I felt about that swingers convention.
It was an uncomfortable episode.
It's just like that.
We knew what it was going into it though.
Yeah, we did know what it
But
was going.
it was a different level.
Now,
of
see, y'all
freakiness once we
making
got
me
into it, though.
regret how chill.
No.
the
You
swingers
stay in the
convention
pocket. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I had a good time at the swingers.
There was
What
nothing.
the fuck you did?
Listen, audience, there was nothing wrong with the swingers. This motherfucker is acting like we saw animals fucking. No, we did not.
There was nothing wrong.
That
They
was-
just needed some better looking women up in there.
That was the nastiest shit.
That was
your issue?
That was
Really?
the issue. That was the
So
issue.
if they had better looking women
your
than that,
flavor
then what?
chocolate, you lying ass.
Nah, they didn't have no good looking women up
If
in
they
there.
did, now what?
man.
What you was gonna do?
I was gonna be like, oh, I can watch.
I tell you what.
He's
I can
lying.
watch.
It wasn't. You know what it was, and it's not just Troy, okay? Because that was the first time I seen any of that kind of that lifestyle.
That was my
up
first
close.
time too.
And if you're not used to that kind of lifestyle up close, it's gonna throw you off when you see it in the beginning. You got to be in a certain. You're not like you. That's kind of your vibe.
Bitch,
Like,
me and Harry caught the giggles. We went up in there.
Oh, them motherfuckers.
But
was
Harry
not
didn't.
stop laughing.
Harry didn't look uncomfortable. Harry just looked like, okay, this might not be for me.
Yeah, that shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that shit was funny to me.
For me, it was material.
That shit was funny.
I already started developing a joke about it.
And I'm a voyeur. I don't give a shit. I saw things that I enjoyed
Yeah.
because
Y'all
when
know
you're a
what a
kid,
voyeur is?
That's like he goes around and looks for stuff.
You like to
you like to watch.
You like to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, you ain't take the BDSM test. Yeah, apparently Trixx did.
What made me laugh was the black room. That shit made me laugh because, and no disrespect, like anytime you have to huddle up and have a meeting before the stuff gets started, I'm like, you're making this weird. Like, how about everybody show up and when you see what you see, do what you do. Why are we meeting about this? That's what I knew. That you guys are making this weird.
Shout out Nature Boy.
Say shout out Nature Boy.
Shout out Nature
No,
Boy.
you
Shout
know
out
what?
Nature Boy. It's
Know what
crazy.
and pause in the beginning because it's probably gonna seem weird, but
Yeah, pause the whole conversation.
yeah, pause the whole conversation. But I still think about the wife, getting mad at her man because he couldn't
funny.
he couldn't get right,
It was a high.
you
it was a
saw
high
that?
pressure
Yeah, I saw
situation.
that.
That shit was.
It was a high pressure
funny,
situation,
bruh.
Troy. Like you got to get a man a little.
No, that's why I
grace.
know. I hope he's doing okay. That's why I'm saying.
If you watching this, sir,
I hope you.
that ain't your fault.
I hope you had
But
surplus
I ain't
amount
gonna
of
lie.
pussy.
That's
sitting
part of
there.
the fantasy, though. In some places, some dudes like to be demasculated. It turns them on. So that what you might have seen could have been an act. Like some dudes like that.
Yeah,
They like their woman to talk crazy to
What I-
them.
what I-
certain
Nigga
dudes
said
in like them
Houdini,
high,
not Houdini, bitch,
pressure
Houdini.
situations,
I'm
like
just saying, you could have seen an act.
those high value men who in charge all day, every day, and everybody
Yeah.
listen to them, and everybody, they the big boss. They like that's a kink for them.
Some
Y'all didn't
some
catch
dudes' kink is to be like spoken
I
down
said
to by
Houdini
their
instead
woman.
of Houdini.
No, we call it Troy.
Oh,
What
nigga,
I-
let it pass.
What I learned is that I learned what I don't want in life. I don't ever
Yeah.
want another random dick around my woman. Like that right there put into perspective for me. Like
You don't want
I'm
no
definitely. I
random dick
can't
around
watch
your
that
woman?
shit.
I'm
Nah, you
good.
can't watch your woman get
Like
cracked.
just cheat on me the old fashioned way. Just go
Yeah,
ahead,
behind my back.
cheat behind my back. Because if I see it, everybody, all of us have to die.
Shoot the whole.
Yeah, 'cause
Biggest-
that's the way it's gonna happen.
We all have to die.
The male ego,
The more you know.
is men. Men don't want to see their woman cheat because men we're scared that how are we gonna stand there and watch another man pleasurable better
Facts.
than you?
Facts.
That's a fear some men have. It's
Well,
ego talking.
Wear her ass out, niggas. Jesus, just wear her out at your house, like Harry said. Wear her out, please, sir. Send her back by me in all kinds of great moods. I'm sick of a bitch being in a bad mood.
Nah, I'd rather you be in a bad mood. I ain't
No.
gonna lie. Be in a bad mood.
If I
Uncle,
can't
what
improve your mood, go where your mood can be. Improve that.
It sounds good.
Clip that,
until you
Troy.
around the bitch with a
I
bat.
got you.
The more you know. Put the little shit across the screen, the little star that shoot.
The rainbow. The
The
rainbow.
more you know.
When you
The
around
editor,
a bitch,
do it.
when you're around a bitch with a bad mood, you definitely want to be in a good mood.
You know what I noticed though?
I'm too old now, bro. Like when I was younger, I wanted to fix her mood. Let me do it. What can I do? Bitch, go fix
Oh,
it.
I ain't
Whatever
trying to
you
do that
need,
either, though. But
whatever
don't come
you
back
need,
around me.
Go
though.
do it.
Don't come
How's the
back.
poly dude the happiest dude out of you three?
You just heard me finish arguing. You know you gotta do
I'm
some. You
happy
gotta
as
do some
shit.
I'm about to
things.
say I'm happy.
The poly dude, are you monogamous?
Monogamous, what you mean?
Like, do you believe in seeing other people, or you like just me and my girl? That's it.
I'm monogamous.
I'm old fashioned.
So you're monogamous,
monogamous.
and you're not.
Harry probably too. He just don't want
I'm
me.
not poly. It's just that, but you better not fuck nobody
Now
else.
Harry
That's
just
it.
want bitches to accept that he gonna do what the fuck
Yeah.
Harry want to do.
Okay, so you're monogamous.
That's
You're
also-
poly, and he's diabolic. And that's what it is right there. I
So we in this
appreciate-
bit.
I
Everybody
appreciate it.
accounted for.
That's the Three Stooges right
That's
there.
dope.
But
Nigga said that's dope.
I'm also not in a relationship, so it's like whatever you gonna do, you gonna do.
Diabolic.
I don't judge no bitch for what she do. That's your issue. He fucking you, he ain't fucking me. He jumping up and down at you. He busting nothing you. He
He
ain't
say
busting
jumping up and down to you. Nah,
He's jumping up and down on you.
Jumping up and down is crazy. Don't
Why?
don't jump on my bitch.
Why are you fucking her like that?
Who the fuck is cheating on? Is she cheating on you with a chimp or what's
Where
going
she
on?
met this
Nigga fucking her in the bouncy house. Nigga said there's some bouncing going on.
He said he's jumping on you, not me.
He jumping on you, not me.
That's funny as shit.
Nah, for real. I feel you though, Harry. Y'all ain't never like caught the momentum or the bounce of the bed to like give you like that little extra little bounce.
Okay, boys to men.
You ain't never-
What?
He
all
ain't
right,
never
talking
did
about.
that little twerk. I'm fucking that little twerk at the
That little twerk.
that little twerk that I get a clapper.
That nigga said when I'm doing some fucking,
When
you
I'm
know.
doing some fucking. That
Ladies and gentlemen, he's the Johnny Gill of New Edition
I can
here.
get the throwing in the bike.
Nigga said my. Fuck.
Can she stand the rain?
What the fuck?
But man, what's been good with y'all, man? Y'all just did Stone versus Drunk versus Sober last night. Y'all won. Team
Rap.
Drunk.
We
Yeah.
shouldn't have been that drunk, but you know it'll do.
That was the point of it, though. How was the experience with that? Y'all talk about that.
I didn't
It was-
do jokes.
It was. What'd you say?
I didn't do jokes.
You didn't do. I
It be
tried.
like
I
that.
tried to do something. I'm on stage. Like you ever been like on stage and you're talking, but while you're talking, you're also thinking. Mm-hmm. So like I'm doing my shit, and in my head I'm like, bro, why the fuck you this drunk? Like I know I'm on Team Drunk. I know that's the whole purpose of the shit, but I'm like, bro, ain't no fucking way.
Shouldn't have gave me that bottle.
You
Sounds like
don't really be locked in for real.
Sounds
Because
Like I'm lit. I'm like, but I did it. Like that's what we were supposed.
think
That's
that
what
would
we
make the
supposed
show
to do,
fun.
right?
Yeah, I
That
think
we
that's what
supposed
makes
to
the
do.
show
So
fun.
At least the experience of it, you're supposed to do it as whatever team you're on.
But then I'm like, fuck, I want window. But I'm like, if I don't drink and I'm like in my normal state and I do my
you
shit,
cheating.
I'm like, thank you.
You
I'm like, I'm cheating. So it's like, fuck it, we drunk.
I knew he was drunk. I knew Sean was drunk when he started cursing the audience. Like when he told the audience, you know, y'all, he basically was like, y'all ain't shit. Y'all not gonna
What you
laugh?
say?
Okay, whatever. I was like, yep, Sean's
What you
drunk.
say, Sean?
Sean's
I
usually
don't
the
remember.
ladies dude. Sean is usually the ladies guy. You know, he comes on there. The girls love him, and he does the jokes for them. He was like shitting on dudes for not making women come. I was like, wow, Sean's on one today. We're gonna lose for sure.
Too fucked up, bro. That's what happened when you two fuck. My bad.
You know,
almost
you ever
sold.
see the relay video where the girl was about to hand and then she started beating her with
beat the absolute
Damn,
fuck
that
out of
was
that girl.
I said, okay, Sean fucking up the team.
Yeah, no. That
Sean beating us up. He ain't handing the baton.
Yeah, it was about to be a
Beating people with it.
hard sell.
What was crazy about that is she been like, I didn't mean to do it.
We mean,
No,
you-
bitch,
you-
you
you-
definitely mean
You
to.
hit her like 3-4
Matter of fact, no,
times.
you know what? You
Nigga.
ain't mean to hit. You meant to fucking kill her. That what you.
mean you didn't mean to do it. You swing
meant-
once and then oops, sorry. I didn't mean to.
She get a concussion.
Nigga said, bitch, I ain't hit you hard enough. Here, another one.
She beat her around the corner, like around the bend. She's beating her. She's like,
What was
the
said?
backstory on that?
Yeah, what was said? The way you had to,
the girl get
I
is
think
like,
she just
yo,
was losing.
There's easier ways to win. Like, she's like,
nigga said, I slow down.
She's like, bitch, I'll just lose.
bitch, pass me
I'll
up.
just slow down.
Yeah.
Nigga said, bro, you got it.
You ain't got to beat me.
It ain't that serious, big dog. You got it. Beat the fuck out that girl.
You know how I know the shit was real? The person filming couldn't even talk. They couldn't believe what they were watching.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bruh, that's a hell of. Listen, I want to know the backstory.
Hey, what the fuck she told her?
She must have saw her dude fucking her before the
had to
race
happen.
started or something.
She says about her mama or
I'm
something.
gonna show this bitch. As soon as we come around that third leg, you gonna die.
When black women commit, when a black person commits a crime in front of that many people and don't give a fuck, you
meant that
did
shit.
some shit.
It is. It's
Because
not that.
think about everybody in the stands watching. You're not doing that in private. You're beating her in
Yeah,
front
this
in
not
public.
this
bro.
not at practice.
Yeah, this is like an Olympic event, bro.
You know what pissed me off? Like when she started like telling people that, you know, it was an accident, people was actually on her side.
Okay. Maybe because they were scared that they was next. Like she's gonna come in the crowd and start swinging. Because if she's that crazy, I said whatever she wanted me to say. Hey, she didn't see nobody. It was a fly. She was trying to hit a fly.
Shawty had something on her head.
Yeah. Sorry, the fly was around your face. I'm sorry.
That's that pussy privilege.
Because like accident, no longer an accident.
Facts.
Like
Definitely an accident. That
Definitely.
pussy. Nigga, 3 times.
Nigga, for you to run in your lane and still be hitting the bitch, staying in your lane.
That mean
that's
you
not
out
an
here with it.
accident, bruh. She stayed in her lane. if it was an accident, she would have ran.
What was the outcome of that? Like, did she get expelled? Like, did she get suspended? What happened?
Did she get charged with assault or
I
something?
think the girl who got beat up, I think she lost.
I think so too.
I don't think
She lost the fight.
It's stupid, bro.
I just want to know what I want to know. The real question is the people waiting, the others that we didn't see them, the ones waiting. I want their reaction as they're coming around the corner, and you're supposed to put that baton in my hand,
But you don't
That-
because you're
Yeah.
beating somebody with it.
That would have definitely made me run faster, bitch. I was like, oh, she hitting bitches with batons.
I think the four people waiting just ran away. They were like, "Fuck this, fuck this race."
All right, so Trixx, I gotta. We saved this question for you, but before I ask this question,
I feel this.
no, it's not. No, it's not bad at all.
No, it's a good question.
No,
It's
it's
a
a
good
great.
Uncomfortable episode.
It's a great question. First, I want you to let the people know how long you've been doing comedy.
Too long.
Too long.
It's like 17 years officially, but
17 years.
brother, too
officially.
long, bro.
Years, yeah,
Like
man.
because you could ask that question a bunch of ways, right? Like how long did I do it full time? You know, because I didn't start doing it full time until like 5 years in, and even then, I mean that's a struggle. I tell everybody, man, if you're gonna go full time with comedy, make sure you can. Like, don't quit your job and just, I'm gonna do this full time. Because listen, the first 2 years of
never
that,
got a
bruh, the first 2 years is gonna be rough, bruh. You're not getting paid your regular fee. You're not getting paid the money that you can that sustains you to be able to pay rent and all this shit.
I say, look who you talking to, Trixx. I've been
still,
doing this shit.
Nigga, you still
full
going
time.
in there getting paid. You just killed it, and then they hand you a
$25
drink ticket. Nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga said
You
drink.
saw the room full. Room was full. Everybody paid. You know what I mean? And you killed. And you were the headliner. And you walk away with $20. So I'm just saying, it's growing pains.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, because this shit ain't cheap. It don't look like much in this motherfucker, but this shit ain't cheap.
But with that being said, the question is, what is the greatest comedy set to exist?
Ooh, brother, I don't even know if there's an answer for that.
Off top of your head,
just give me some of your favorites.
You have a top three?
Yeah, just give me
I could break it down this way. One of the greatest jokes, executed jokes I've ever seen was Bill Cosby's dentist joke. I think that was one of the, and anyone who's a comedy connoisseur will watch and be like, yo,
I gotta watch that.
that's how you like in terms of storytelling and building the joke. I don't think I've seen a better joke than that. Like him talking about, I don't know if you haven't seen it, him talking about just breaking down, going to the dentist, and he gives you the whole experience of like sitting in the chair.
I think I have seen
Yeah,
it.
when the
that was a
dentist
good joke.
numbs your mouth, how your face feel, like he breaks it down in a way where you're sitting in the chair, bro.
Yeah.
By as you're watching him tell it,
And he was sitting down too, huh? He was
dog,
sitting
and
down
it's
telling it too.
his facial expression. That's where he got. That's where he's like, and then your mouth is frozen, and then you talk about like a this, and then the crowd, like he's just systematically breaking it down, bro. That's one of the best, in my opinion. That's one of the best jokes I've heard.
What about y'all?
That's the way he feel about that joke is the way I feel about George Carlin airline announcements.
Yo.
That's a fucking
Yo, George Carlin's one. He got to a level like what Chappelle is like now, where it's like you don't even want to hear him tell jokes no more. It's like I just want to hear his opinion on shit. Because George Carlin, it got to when he got old, he wasn't even telling jokes no more.
Nah,
Right.
He was just giving you his feelings, and you were sitting there going, "Yeah." And people weren't even paying. Like he was selling out arenas or selling out theaters just with his thoughts. It wasn't even like there was no system, set up punchline. No, it was like this is how he feels about shit, and we're like, yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah. But like I guess at the point when he did, well, that's the name of the bit, airline announcements. When he did that, he broke down getting on the plane, like going through, getting on the plane, getting off the plane. That joke is like 17 minutes long.
Easily.
Like, and he, like every single part of it, the shit about it that you don't even realize that you realize about getting on the plane, the people who on the plane with you. It's like I've flown, and he wrote that joke fucking probably when I was a kid.
This was the 80s, 70s.
Yeah, like before I was born.
So think of how shit has changed.
But I still can picture it with my current knowledge of being on the plane.
Absolutely.
And how it goes.
And the dentist obviously has changed too, because I think I think Bill's had to be like 10 minutes, easily 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute joke, and that should be like a closer. And you're sitting there, and obviously the dentist life, doctor life has changed now. But you could listen to that joke now and be like, "Yo, bruh."
Yeah.
And you'll find shit that like happened to you on your most recent dentist visit. Like it's just that good.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like
gonna have to check it out.
Eddie Murphy's ice cream joke.
Definitely.
Nope, you've never heard. I think a good joke is like those are the jokes that nobody touched again. Like nobody touched that subject.
I love Eddie Murphy's Bill Cosby joke.
Oh, and then
talk about him and Richard Pryor.
And Pryor comes
that
into
shit, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was like because I feel like he embodied Bill in such a way.
Is that in the same set?
That was in the Raw. I think that was in Raw.
We talk about when he talk about Bill Cosby's son coming to see
Yeah,
him
it was
and
in
then
Raw.
coming home.
That shit.
and then-
That shit was.
Is
so
that in
funny.
Raw?
That's in Raw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That
think
shit
both
was-
of them is in
I
Raw.
think
Saying
that was
the
his
words and the things, and
Yeah,
he's
that
just
shit
like,
was so fucking
ah.
You know what? That was funny.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But I think that was Eddie Murphy's way of responding because back then, you know, when the greats tell you, yeah, you
need to be clean.
You need to be clean, and it was his way of saying no, I don't. You know, I don't. With all due respect,
Yeah.
it's like with all due respect,
That shit was funny though.
I don't gotta. I could do. So I think that was his fuck you to Bill. Respectfully though.
Respectfully.
Was like, yo, you know what, my guy, you're the reason I'm doing this. Yeah, but I got it now. I'm good.
I think that's where I struggle at the respectfully part.
Why?
Yeah, because this nigga disrespectful. He just tell you fuck
Nigga
you.
said disrespectfully.
Aaron
of
just
course.
tell you fuck
Cause
you.
like it's like certain people say shit, and they may or may not mean well, but it rubbed me the wrong way.
You just got to know where it's coming from. Because
That's-
I used to be
that's-
like that.
But
That's-
most time it shouldn't be coming from no.
you don't know that dude. You take it that way.
Depending on who it's from. Certain people, like if Trixx was coming like Harry, we'll do. I'll be like, okay, cool. Like certain people, but a lot of these motherfuckers, it be from a hating place.
Like I came at Marcus yesterday. I remember that yesterday. Him and Cy were having a conversation, and then I don't know in my drunken state, you know, when you sober up for like 5 minutes. Man, I looked at him. I go, okay, with all seriousness, bro, you need to stop fucking around, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what your goals are
Yeah.
in comedy, but man to man, I'm telling you, you need to stop fucking around because you're better than you think, and that's the problem with you. You don't know that you're good,
Right.
but you're comfortable, and you need to stop fucking around.
Yeah.
So you need to make a decision like what you're trying to do with your life, because you don't know what you're doing. You're just aimlessly doing a bunch of shit and then complaining when you don't, because you don't know where you're going. You got no path.
Right.
And I go, you need to stop fucking around, bro, because you're not getting younger. You're gonna be 40. You're gonna be 40 and be like, what the fuck did I do in my life? And you're gonna look back on all those years you wasted fucking around, but especially pandering to people that are beneath you. Like,
Right.
stop doing that shit. And I just walked away.
That's crazy.
Did he stay? I would
Nigga
have
said
went
that.
home after
Like
that.
this.
He said, "Damn, I'm fucking
You
around."
just in the shower,
But I
bitch,
had
just
OGs
staring
do
at
it
the
to me.
wall.
I had
No,
an
for
OG
sure,
do that to me
That's
one
a quiet
time.
ride home.
we need that dude. Like especially if
Listen.
you playing around. Definitely.
Do not take it personal, bro, because first of all, if an OG takes the time to actually say something like that to you, that means that OG see potential in you and also sees you making maybe some of the mistakes that OG made that fucked up his career. So if he can prevent you from making the same mistakes and fucking up your career, he's gonna say something to you, and it has to be hard truth. You think of anybody great, they all have an OG that spoke to them and was like, yo, and said some uncomfortable truths to them. Kevin Hart was talking about it the other day with Keith Robinson. Like Kevin Hart was talking about coming off the stage, and Keith Robinson be like, yeah, you're funny, but you're not saying anything. And he said, what do you mean? He goes, you're not saying nothing. Like you're up there just you're being funny. You're doing jokes that anybody can do. But what do you like? You need to say something. And then that's when Kevin Hart started writing about himself and his family, and started, instead of doing these generic premises, he started writing about like his kids, you know, shit that he can do.
Facts.
And that's what you need. Sometimes you need that OG. So like you should never take it personal. And you got to understand who it's coming from and where it's coming from. You know, because I've had OG say, yo, Trixx, honestly, he passed away. There's a dude named Daryl Lennox. He passed away. And I'll never forget, I man, you know, when you're young in this game, you're arrogant as fuck. This game is easy to convince yourself that you're better than you are. And you come off the stage, you know, I just killed a set. And this OG come up. Yeah, you see all that Facebook shit you did? That's funny and all, but do your dad. See that? This is before Chalet. This is before all that shit. I never did that shit before, but I had a little joke about like a little African in there, and he's like, "Yo, see that African shit? Do that." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Trust me, that's the shit I want to hear. I don't want to hear about Facebook and all that. Do the African shit. I promise you." And I didn't know what he meant by that until another person who was a owner of a comedy club was like, "See that African shit you just did? I bet you that's the shit that takes you from here to here."
And then that's what it did.
It did. That's the video that made me go viral. That's the video that amped up all the followers. That's where Chalet came from. The fans named the character Chalet. Chalet is actually a word, a West African word, a term of endearment. To say when you say Wardy or homeboy, that's what Chalet means. And the fans named the character Chalet. The fans did that. I didn't do that.
Right.
And then ever since, I remember, and every time I try to do a reaction video as myself, they're like, "Oh, fuck that, nigga, get the African." I've had people say that shit to me.
You can say get the African.
Yeah, Trixx, yeah, whatever. That's funny. But yo, next time, do the African dude.
Get
man.
yourself.
I'm like, you serious? They don't even want to hear me no more.
The second episode.
You need a classic Troy Harry
I'm about to say,
argument, nigga. That's what you need.
When Harry's spazzing, he ain't gave us one of the. He
we not
ain't
at
blessed us
that
with
point
one
yet.
of them.
We not at that point yet.
We just ain't never had that conversation, that kind of conversation yet. If that kind of conversation comes up, we can run it. I'm not tripping.
You know what, Harry? What's your biggest beef
What you mean?
in comedy? What's your biggest pet
And tell the
peeve,
truth.
bro? Be honest. What's the one thing in comedy that makes you upset? Or
Right.
that pisses you off?
Right now, okay. When you say the biggest pet peeve in comedy, like just like as far as like just on stage, like dealing with comedians or what?
No. I'm talking about this business. Period.
Oh yeah, that venue owners who just don't want to do good business. Like right now, right? Something I'm experiencing is that like trying to find venues that first of all are comedy friendly or good for comedy and who want to just do decent business and pay you what you owe seems to be a fucking problem down here. Like, it seems to be an issue and it's like I've seen, in my opinion, comics who are not as talented have a much easier time booking these same rooms, and make very good profitable deals, get sponsors, all kind of shit.
That could be based on relationship, though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but and look, hey, I'm not mad at that. Mouth
Right.
off. But if I come to you with a good business, with a good plan, and say, hey, look, this is what it is. This is what you're gonna make. This is what I'm gonna make. At that point, dog, it's just business.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
And so if you say, okay, cool, let's do this, and then in the course of the business transaction happening, it's all this bullshit, and then the time to pay money, it's all this bullshit on the back end. What's the problem, dog? Like a lot, I don't know. Like it's too much fuck shit and dumb shit. Some of y'all not used to being punched in y'all face, and that's the problem.
We said that last episode.
Y'all ain't used to being.
We said that last episode.
The thing is, he ain't lying though.
No, he's
I
not.
know people.
Yeah,
People.
he's not.
bugging at all.
Not at all.
Because my pet peeve is similar to his.
What's your pet peeve?
Bookers who are lazy. I come from. I don't want to sound old.
Nah,
but
not
I
at all.
do come from the era where bookers you had to give a tape, nigga, to get in the club. Like they had to watch you. They had to see you perform to see if your style could even work in the club. But now bookers are lazy. Oh, this dude has how many followers and he could pack my room on a Monday? Yeah, let's give him a weekend, or I'll book him. I want to book people that sell, but that's not realistic. Some of these guys you're booking ain't even funny. You're basing this off of social media. You're not basing this off of talent. And then you're shifting all the comics that may not have a big draw or they may not have a presence on social media, but they're funny. They've been doing it for years, but because they don't have a draw, you shift them to the side to make way for the Haktua girl.
Right.
And as a person who's been in the business long, you're in the business. You put in your time. You done got booed out of buildings. You done performed in shitty bars and
You done
shit.
been booed before, Trixx?
Of course, I've been booed before. I don't think anybody who's good hasn't been booed before or bombed it to some effect. You have to. That's how you get better. Anyone who keeps saying, "Yo, I killed" all the time, you're full of shit. You have to suck one day to get better, so that you can know what to fix.
You ain't been booed yet before, huh, Sean?
No.
It's coming.
I know I be thinking.
Have you
coming.
bombed though?
No, I've done not my best, but I wouldn't say
Every
that
set you've done has been good.
You got to realize how young he is in comedy.
Which is
Been almost 2 years.
I feel like last night I didn't do that good. Like that's to me. Last night to me is me bombing. So I haven't really bombed before.
you've never done a set where like nobody laughed.
My worst set that I ever had was for your show for the Bayou Classic weekend. That's the worst set I ever had. How you think that one went?
I don't because
I say, yeah.
You thought that was a bomb?
I don't think it
I'll
was
say
a bomb.
this.
I think it was okay.
All right, that's the worst set I ever had.
Yeah.
my bad. Because we was having issues like the lights and shit in the back.
It was cold as fuck in there.
That and like I had my mom in charge of lighting and she was just doing some other shit. I'm like, Mom, how you doing? And like I'm like, start if I'm saying you 10 minutes, start from 10. When it gets to a minute left, do like, well, I'm doing it at 3, and then for why the fuck are you fucking with the light at 3 and 4 minutes? Because now I'm noticing everybody rushing their set. I'm like, why people rushing their set? And it's like it sounds because she said this fucking flash this fucking light.
Like,
That pissed
she
me
threw
off.
my timing off a little bit because I'm like, ain't no way I've been up here that long.
And so after you, Troy, and then Todd, I'm like,
Yeah, because I rushed off too.
I'm like, something's wrong. Like, there's no fucking way. And that's when I was like, you know what? No, you.
But
good.
your mama couldn't do nothing about the weather, nigga. It was cold in there.
Yeah, it was cold.
it was
Everybody,
cold.
It was
everybody kept their
freezing.
jackets on up
Dog,
in that
it
bitch.
was cold.
Freezing.
Where's
Howlin'
Wolf?
Wolf. It was
at
at
Howlin' Wolf.
And they did this shit on purpose.
Yes, no, he did because it
Yeah.
wasn't until
There
almost
was
like
no heat.
Because they got a heat in there.
Yeah, it wasn't until the last 2 or 3 comics, and I was like, "How y'all done? Y'all good?" And they're like, "It's cold." I said, "Oh, would you?" And I was like, "Yo, go into him." I'm like, "Would you mind turning the heat on?" Oh well, the heat doesn't really work. We get somebody to look at it, and I was like, "What you mean? We can take a look at it." He don't know that that's shit. I work on that kind of shit. So I was like, "Well, tell me to see something." He was like, "You see, it's lighting up. That's what the fuck is supposed to do, my nigga. Like the fucking heat works."
The heat
bitch
do
on.
work because
Like,
during Comedy Gumbo, that bitch be
He
blowing.
was purposely trying to sabotage the fucking show. And at every point, I'm like, bro.
And Harry packed that bitch out too.
Yeah, they did have a lot
And
of
it's
people.
like,
in
come
there.
on, man, that shit was so fucking. How are you a bitch? I'm saying,
But
you a bitch ass nigga for real.
So-
dog. You is, and you owe me money. Bitch
Shout out
ass nigga,
Howard.
son. Fuck Howard.
so Trixx, I will say. So that's that. I told them they were there, you weren't there. That to me in my head is canon. That's the worst set I ever had. So if Troy said like you did okay, I've yet to bomb.
It's coming.
Hold
Yeah,
your
I'm about
breath.
to see. Yeah, I'm about to
Damn,
see.
hold your breath.
I thought we was cool,
No,
nigga.
no, I'm
No,
just
nigga,
saying.
I
There's
mean, nigga, you was
nobody, bro.
I know. Bro.
You
Come
was
on.
there when I got booed.
I'm just saying.
I thought you did well.
Chappelle been booed, nigga. Like that's the goat.
I know. It's a part of the. I know it's a
Sean
part of
seen
the
me
thing.
get booed before.
I was.
Bill Burr
I was
became
laughing.
famous from getting booed for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a famous YouTube that shit.
And he killed that shit. Like he turned that room.
I've
back
never
around
seen anybody bomb like that and turn the room
back
around like that.
while still saying
That's
fuck
how he
you.
became famous, bro.
While still saying fuck you to the crowd.
This nigga
He
was
turned
giving,
that bitch around,
He
bro.
was in Philly and he was giving
Yes.
them facts about their city, dissing them, and counting down the 7 minutes.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. I got 6 more minutes of this shit.
Yeah. Watch
And
that
he
set, bro.
just kept shitting on them as a city, and the boos were loud, and he didn't give a fuck. And then
And he
when,
And then
finished
they
his
turned
bit.
into
Nigga got a
laughs,
standing
bro.
O at
He got
the
a
end.
standing ovation, bro.
I was like, that's masterful. That's a master
gotta watch
class.
Did you watch the new
right
special?
That's clutch.
Huh?
You watch his new special?
there. Yeah.
The Drop Dead yet?
did.
I haven't seen it yet.
I
You
haven't
know
watched
why?
it.
I heard good things about it though.
It's first of all, I don't know a bad Bill Burr
Me either.
special.
I fuck with Bill Burr.
Maybe some are better than the others, but I don't want to ruin this one for anyone. But bruh, this one is dope because it's like now he's really like he's getting older, and he's saying some real shit. And you're like,
What is on? Is on Netflix?
Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Hulu. All right,
Would you
I'm
put
It's
it-
called Drop Dead Years
What's-
because when you're 50, you're in your drop dead years. He goes,
Oh, you could just
Russia, you
drop
about
dead.
you down. You
yeah,
about
it's
there,
like he goes from 50 to like a certain age. You just see men just be dropping dead out of nowhere. He goes, you never see women drop dead. It's true. Women is natural cause and shit. But with men, you be at the gym and this motherfucker's training, and all of a sudden hold on to his heart dead. Like it's funny shit. Like it's so good, bro. Because he's talking about real like shit, and you're sitting there going, as you're laughing, you're like, damn, he's. That's one of the things I've always loved about Bill Burr. Is like I met that dude,
Yeah.
and I got to see like the process up close. And he came into the Comedy Store, and this is I don't know if you remember that bit about the he's gonna buy 2 sweatshop kids, and one's gonna be a Call of Duty kid, and the other one is gonna be like whatever. That's like an old special. So we saw him working
on
that joke out. And I saw him with his pad like a regular comedian. I was like, yo, this guy's he's like us. he's in the back with the notebook going over, and he was nice. Like he talked to us, and then we got to go up, watch him build the shit. How he, just throwing the ideas out. And I'm like, yo, this is like a master class, bro. Watching a guy like that. He's my favorite. Him and Chappelle are like my 1A and my 1B.
Would you put Bill Burr over Chris Rock?
Hell yeah.
Oh wow.
And this is listen.
Is it?
The thing is, I was never a big
I don't
Chris
think it's
Rock
crazy.
fan like
I don't
that.
think it's
I'm
crazy
not.
either.
I'm not a big Chris
Y'all
Rock
got Rock
person.
fucked up. All right.
No, we don't.
No. Chris Rock is dope.
Yeah.
But Bill Burr just speaks more to me.
I'm not putting Bill Burr. Okay.
Bill Burr is that he says the shit that angry people want to say, bro.
Who you think funnier to this day? Like as of now, I don't have Chris Rock being funnier than Bill
Chris
Burr.
Rock haven't dropped a special either though.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
has.
did.
He just
I'm
did this.
I'm talking about like the shit, the tambourine shit.
No, that was he
No,
dropped one.
the
He dropped a
one
live
with
about
Will
the Will
Smith.
Smith shit.
That shit was some bullshit. Everybody knows bullshit.
But he put it out. Yeah, he
Special
put that
though,
bullshit
bro.
out.
That was bullshit. It was bullshit. It was. that shit
You're
was- that shit was bullshit.
you're thinking you're
He
talking
about
bring
big,
the pain.
Yeah, he talking about bring the pain.
Black as
I'm talking,
you know.
We're taking overall body of work. Bill Burr's body of work versus everything that Chris Rock's contributed from that day to this.
I mean, okay, if you're you're going by catalogs.
So check it out. So are you talking like current, like right now, funny today? That what you're saying?
I like Bill Burr now better than Chris.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
all right, cool.
That's-
Today,
yes.
all right, but I'm talking like
Historically.
if we're talking like all time.
Historic, yes.
Boy, ain't no fucking way. All right, yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
No,
Chris Rock.
Chris. Listen, and people could still argue that because there are some people who don't find Chris Rock funny. Like I wasn't a big Chris Rock fan, but I do love what's the one? It was either Bring the Pain or Blacker.
Both of them are classics.
Those are the
Bigger, Blacker, Bigger, Blacker.
big piece of chicken.
Bigger, that's great, all right.
Right. Yeah, like those that's the Chris Rock I like. Stuff after Kill the Messenger, I was like, okay.
I thought Kid Measure was funny.
Because here's the thing with Chris Rock, right? Like, it's his personality is the voice. He's selling the joke, but is what he's saying funny? That's what I used to ask. Like with Chris Tucker, and I'm obviously not comparing Chris Tucker to Chris Rock. Obviously, those are two different comedians. But the reason why you laugh at Chris Tucker is not what he's saying; it's the way he's saying it. So that's why I felt with Chris Rock sometimes, like the big piece of chicken. And just the way he says it was funny to me. But was what he said funny? That's the difference.
I feel that.
Isn't that part of being a comedian? Your delivery?
No. And listen, I'm not in any way shitting on Chris Rock in the sense that, because when people say, yo, he's one of the GOATs, I don't argue because I feel like Chris Rock in his prime spoke to a lot of black people. Like, a lot of black people fuck with him. And he definitely did his thing in his time. So I can't take Chris Rock's work away from him.
Not at all.
Just there's one dude who told me that he didn't find Eddie Murphy funny at all.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And it's like, but you know what he says something, he goes, Eddie Murphy wasn't really a comedian, he was more of a performer. If you go back and you watch Raw and you watch Delirious, yeah, there are iconic jokes, but if you really break it down and watch it,
He performed that
it's
shit.
a lot of performing. He performed. And then you have the specials where it's like joke telling. So it just depends what you like, really. Watch Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious again.
I watched it. I mean, I get what you're saying, but that's what the fuck part of being a comedian is.
I'm
You
not.
perform.
You think I'm dissing? I'm not dissing.
I'm not saying.
I'm not dissing.
I'm talking to you. Whoever told you that.
Because I'm an Eddie Murphy fan.
That's what I'm saying,
I'm a
but-
product of Eddie
That's what I'm
Murphy,
saying, but
bro.
whoever told you that, that's a part of everybody has a thing. There were some comedians who go, and we had a conversation all the time. There are comedians who are like phenomenal writers. Hyde Haley. Hyde, for example. Hyde ain't no performer. Hyde will sit there and he just do his jokes and it's funny and it's good writing. And there's niggas that admit like, oh, we can perform shit.
Nothing wrong with
That's what
that.
I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But like we can go and we could perform a joke. Some of my shit, I ain't gonna lie. Some of my shit only work. I perform the fuck out that shit sometimes.
Same.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what
Same.
makes the show. That's your style. Hyde ain't no big like Isaac Cozell. I told you about the shit with Isaac Cozell at Slidell. Isaac, you put Isaac up first. You don't put Isaac up first in a black room. Isaac is a guy you let Isaac go up and Isaac cook. You let Isaac go up, cook, and do his jokes.
Yeah.
Isaac ain't. It's not the performance of his shit. It's just
Shit,
good joke.
your joke
writing.
is a good joke
Like I said,
writing.
now, again, the perfect blend of that is great writing. To me, in Delirious and Raw, Eddie got some fire ass fucking writing in that shit. Would he be able to do a lot of them jokes today? No, because it's the offensiveness of it. But
He also didn't write them all by himself.
He didn't.
that too. But who most of these niggas not anyway. But whatever.
Right.
But like,
Keenan
Keenan
Ivory
Ivory
Wayans.
Wayans.
and-
yeah. like Richard Pryor also he ain't right.
Paul
His
Mooney,
own,
Paul
yeah.
Mooney,
So it's
yeah.
like so the
John
goats,
Witherspoon,
yeah, like our goats. You know, a lot of our goats had help writing shit. What is it? What is it?
Facts.
Yeah.
But Chris Rock too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like
Him and Wanda Sykes used to write together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like I think that other people try to use that to discredit some shit. Like, oh well, you know, it's just a performance of it. That's part of being a fucking comedian.
Right. If you
I
can't
agree.
perform this shit.
Yo, I agree with Harry, bro. Because it was
I
one of
agree
my.
too.
Because when I first came up, they used to do it to me too. Because here's the problem with some comedians, man. There are some comedians who don't understand that there are some people who can get away with their performance just off their personality alone. People, one thing I never could understand is why people used to shit on Dane Cook. Because I remember there was a time where Dane Cook was the guy, and I remember every comedian
He was like the first Matt Rife.
Dane Cook. I'm like, wait a minute, like you talk like this motherfucker sucks,
Vicious Circle is hilarious.
bruh. Dane Cook was funny, but people were like, nah, he ain't a real comedian. I'm like, why is he not a real comedian? Because he's not doing comedy the way you think comedy should be done. Because you're just mad because Dane Cook don't have to go up there
The Rock in here.
with a.
All I
body.
want to say is that I appreciate the fact that Trixx hold the mic during the podcast the way he hold that bitch on stage. And I
Facts.
think that that's real professionalism, and that's always being locked in.
He's a true comedian.
You're a comedian's comedian. Because I look over at this nigga, he just had the mic like, yeah. So, you know, just like, this is a podcast, my nigga.
No, real shit, man. We love Trixx.
Did you work on your mic grip? Pause?
No.
What the fuck?
That is fucking
That's fucking
insane.
crazy,
What am I
my
supposed to do?
nigga.
Am I supposed to be
Bro.
like, yeah, what up, though?
Bro, we
You know, we in the podcast studio.
30
nigga.
seconds.
we was 27 seconds in before you said some crazy
That
shit.
nigga DC Paul. No, cousin.
Wow.
This nigga Harry
Real
Truman.
nigga, you tripping. You know who
Yeah,
said
we
that
need a
shit?
Sean tripping button too, nigga.
No, we got
Freaky ass
we
nigga,
got a
yeah,
Harry
69
tripping
guy.
button.
Yeah, we need a button that be like,
Yo, the views expressed
No, I
by
told you we gonna
Harry
get
and Andrew do not reflect the rest of the niggas.
No, Sean Fairwright.
no, you know what I said our
Dog.
disclaimer is? We said what we said. that's once we make able to edit that shit, that's my disclaimer, nigga. We said what we said.
We gonna get a we said what we said
Nigga
button.
said we some habitual line steppers.
And I need an Ayo button. I got a Harry button. I need an Ayo button. I need one of them.
Pause.
No, because I see I pay attention to comedians, and I see everybody have a mic grip that's unique to them. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I mean-
all good comedians have like a way that they do it.
But that's everybody that holds a mic for a profession.
Yeah.
You're not
So
wrong.
so how did you come into your way that you like
I
to
don't
grip
like
the
how
mic?
these words are formulated.
I don't like it either. I hate it.
I don't know if I want to. I think we should just go down a different line of questioning.
Hey, look, I'm
I'm trying to grip the mic better.
So how did you learn how do you do your grip? How did you come?
I don't like it. They emphasize it. I don't like it.
See, I didn't even put emphasis on
You
come.
did. You did. You did.
You about to call 5 of your girlfriends. How many you got?
Y'all just got y'all mics waving in y'all face. Y'all don't need no hands.
No, but mic etiquette. I mean, you hold the mic so people can hear you.
Nah,
This I used to be a club MC. I used to, you know what I mean, when I DJ'd. We always used to hold the mic like this because you figure it makes you louder. But nah, bro. You learn over time that this is the.
yeah, rappers still hold a mic like that. Like old rappers have been rapping since the 90s.
But that's
still
part of
hold
the
a mic.
culture.
A hippie?
That's more of a culture. I think that's part of the culture. That's just hip hop. That's how, you rock the
Nigga
mic.
said,
Nah, Lamar was the one who used to get on my ass about that. He used to comment under all my videos when I first started and say, "Take your fucking hands off the top of that mic."
Rappers don't look cool when
Like,
they're like
Lamar used to be on my ass about
Right,
that.
holding it like a
they
comedian.
don't look cool like this. Yeah. Nah. They look cool when they like
You gotta
this.
grip. You gotta grip the head. You right.
What you told Lamar? Paul, what the fuck? The fuck you just said? Man?
Everything that I do is for the children.
These fucking children, I tell you.
Ain't no children. This episode not for the children.
I
just to
took a
let
lot
you
of
know.
shots during the
It's
break.
not for
Like
the
y'all gotta forgive me. Like Jesus Christ.
Don't take another shot of nothing, nigga. Don't take nothing.
But but like for real though, because like it seriously, on a serious note, Lamar used to get on my ass about that. Like, look, you want to look like a professional? That's not no professional comedian. You look like an amateur. You're up there, you're telling jokes.
Which Lamar? Who?
Lamar Devon.
Oh, that's crazy that he's teaching you how to be a professional comedian.
Well, I was like 3 weeks in, so somebody had to say something.
Okay.
I hadn't even really met them for real yet. When
Shout out
was helping
Lamar
me.
Devine, man.
Shout out Lamar
Shout out
Devine.
Lamar. Pookie. Shout out Pookie.
You know what I mean? But I used to be on stage like this. Like, you don't look like no comedian. I'm telling a joke like this.
Now you gotta. Yeah,
I was like 2 months in. Somebody had to tell me something.
That's cool.
I'm glad he did.
I appreciate that.
What are you telling him these days?
What am I telling him?
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta get out here and do these shows.
That's it?
Gotta get out there. Like I don't listen. All right, this is something from a very unique point of view. I'm the newest comedian here.
Right.
Okay.
To some of y'all by quite a bit.
Amen.
I have my points of view on things that I've developed and curated over my little going on 2 years, but I don't feel comfortable telling y'all shit because I'm younger than y'all in the game, and I know. But you know, the same way Harry was saying earlier, like motherfuckers coming up to me telling me shit. What credentials you got to feel like you can tell me da da da? What credentials I got to be telling somebody some shit?
I'm about to say sometimes it does depend on the person, because I was definitely going to ask, you know, how do you if you because we watch each other's sets, and sometimes I watch other comedians' sets, and I'd be like, you know, I feel like they should say this. My approach to it is, see, bro, you know, this is what came to my mind. Try this, and if it work, cool. If it don't, cool. But some people are sensitive and be like, you know,
you should be able to learn
this
from
shit
everybody.
work every time. And you know,
I only talk to niggas I have respect for and I have rapport with. Like I come to Troy and Sean the same, and likewise. Y'all you want to know what 2 years now? Sean could come to me and if he see something that he might think of work better, he got a tag for me.
Yeah, you definitely should tell us.
Troy done gave me tags that I still use on stage. Like, you know,
Red Bean gave me a fire tag.
Yeah, Red Bean again, the OG. Like Red Bean done came a few times. Red Bean done told me, stop doing this joke, add more to this joke, move like this. That nigga told me stop a whole fucking joke.
He did.
And
he stopped that motherfucker.
I low key stopped that motherfucker too.
Nah, Mark sees it. You know that the little joke where I do like and my little ass joke where I'm like working on my ass in the gym.
Yeah.
Mark finished that joke because he got on stage after me when I first did Piss Your Pants, and he riffed on it. Mm-hmm. And then he said in the mic when I was in the back, he was like, and if you like any of that, nigga, keep it. Mm-hmm. Like what I said. Mark really finished that joke for me. And Red Bean, that new joke that I do where I was talking about, like, you know, you never really seen like a pussy. Nothing looks like a pussy but a pussy. Mm-hmm. So like as a man, when you see one for the first time, it's like you're not familiar with that shape. I don't even think that's a real shape. It looks like a flower blooming in real time. Mm-hmm. And I ain't know whether to fuck it or to water it. And then Red Bean get on stage.
That's not poetic.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Then Red Bean get on stage and said, actually, that flower water itself. And I kept that as a tag.
Yeah.
And it hit.
You know,
but Red Bean gave me that.
You know how we was talking about like the greats didn't just write that shit by themselves? Like we don't do writing sessions, but if y'all do see something that could add to each other's set,
because that's the mastery of everybody being comedians and everybody mind working different. Right. Because I'll write a joke that's funny. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have wrote it. Mm-hmm. That's not how your mind works. But when I say it, your mind goes somewhere. It's like, ooh, and then you tell me, and I'm like, ooh, I like that, and I add it. Like,
I think you can learn from anybody.
Yeah, like that joke I do about my mama getting fucked or whatever. Keita with a Q gave me an amazing tag for that joke. I did a joke and like killed and got off stage, and then she came and was like, I remember exactly what she said. She said, nobody should ever know that their mama has good pussy, but you definitely shouldn't have evidence of it.
I remember that.
And
I remember that. I was at that show.
The crowd,
shit killed.
The crowd was so weak at that shit.
That's when you said the macaroni shit.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I took that and like I always like whenever I'm doing that joke, if I'm really locked in, I add that part, and that part goes. The crowd fucks with that hard every single time. Right, so like that's another one of the 7-8 minute. You know, you got that good closer. It's like 7, 8, 10. Yeah. That's that one for me. But no, shout out Keita with a Q, man.
You should be able to learn from anybody. So
that's how I feel.
If I've had people younger in the game than me give me great tags. You have to assess as a person where that information is coming from. Mm-hmm. If you know someone's telling you something and they're telling you in a way where they generally want you to win, no matter how young they're in the game. If it's coming from a person that is genuinely trying to see you amplify the joke and help you win, then what's the problem? You know when somebody's low key being passive aggressive or somebody's hating on you. You can tell when the comments are backhanded and shit. But if somebody's trying to give you a tag to help perfect your joke,
bro,
you no age limit on that.
I'm gonna touch on that in a second, but I want to say one thing. You know that joke, the married to the pussy joke, the part where I get on my knee and propose to the pussy. Somebody in the comment section on TikTok told me to do that.
And you do it, and it's hit.
That came from the comment section on TikTok. I know the dude, but like he watched that married to the pussy bit, And he was like, "Oh man, you know what'd be funny to add to that? It's like when you on one knee, you really like eye level with the pussy, looking at it, like you proposing to the pussy.
That joke hits.
That does every time.
That part hits.
I was mad.
And that's not even mine. That came from the comment section on TikTok.
I was mad you didn't do that joke last night.
I
was like,
looking at the crowd. It looked like I should have. I could have went that route.
Did that fucking joke?
Opened up with that motherfucker.
No, you should close with
course,
it. You definitely should have closed with that. After that children shit, that's when you should have went and cooked. Cause that right there would have fucked the crowd up.
Yeah, that would have been a go. I've been the shit I did is my newer set that I've been working on. So like my new 10, because that's from my old 10. That 10 been banging for a while.
You gotta be able to mix and match, my nigga.
Yeah, so I've been working on this new
plug
10.
and play. Especially something that's competition. Plug and play. If you look, I'm trying to hit these bitches.
Because you're right. That is a competition, and that's my go-to bangers.
Yeah, plug and play.
I could have did my go-to bangers.
Go to your plug and play.
We still won though, Trixx. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate
shout out USPS, FedEx over here.
Man. I was like Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
Niggas say the T for Trixx. T-Mobile is carrier.
Shout out T-Mobile.
You're certified.
AT&T.
You like that? You know what I mean? I was like Austin Reeves last night. You know what I mean? You could have been like LeBron.
No, that's Luka.
You could be Luka. All right, cool. I was Austin Reeves.
LeBron be hurt too many these days. I ain't got time to fuck with him.
Shit, LeBron hit a game winner last night.
Last night. All right, how many games you played before that?
My man was hurt.
I'm about to say
you be 40 and go play basketball against them niggas.
That nigga's 50. He carried you last night. So what was that? USPS.
He said USPS.
Shout out UPS.
Us
FedEx.
plus.
Listen, Troy.
Shout out Amazon.
We all have one. We all have our days.
But that's Trixx though. Like if there's anybody who like Trixx probably carry me, Trixx got all of us. Like if there's any nigga who's like that's Trixx. Like it is what it is, and that's not a bad thing.
I'm about to see.
Is that sometimes
as long as I met Trixx, bro, and no glaze and shit, bro, I've never seen him have a bad set, bro.
After 17 years, I will hope not.
You'll see.
No, but
you'll see it soon, brother. It happens to all of us, bro.
It does, dude.
You know, and everybody, when I hear people say, "Oh man, yeah," you know, I used to hate when people used to put me last on shows because like, yeah, nobody want to follow you. I'm like, you're gonna have to learn, bro. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to learn what you're gonna do when you walk into a comedy club in LA,
right?
And Chappelle show up,
right?
And the manager be like, "Yeah, Chappelle gonna do 10 before you. What you gonna do?"
And then you
gonna cry?
You gonna follow that nigga.
You have to follow that nigga, bro.
And then do he do 10?
And I promise you, he ain't doing 10.
Right.
And then y'all
manager, I've seen it.
15, 20. You ever followed Trixx before?
I've probably had an open mic, but not.
I had the luxury. It was quite the experience. You remember that?
Yeah.
Trixx we went to Hollywood for the open mic, and he told Red Bean like, look, we got to go to Comedy House. So like just put us both up back to back, and we're gonna go to Comedy House. Mm-hmm. And I didn't
even tell him to put us back to back.
You just told him we had to go to Comedy House?
I just told we had to go to Comedy House.
All right,
because he could have put you first.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Troy. That's what I thought.
Red Bean be testing niggas.
That's what I thought was gonna happen, Troy.
That's what I didn't tell him to do that.
So he get on stage and he like coming up next to the stage, my God, Trixx. I'm like, ooh, okay. So Trixx go out there, kill. They just dying laughing. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, let me see how great I am. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm gonna go out there. I ain't no bitch. Mm-hmm. So I went out there and I will say I did good. But that was the first time and the only time to date that I sweated on stage. That I felt myself working to the point where I was sweating. Like I was going, get the jokes. Like, bitch, you about to let like
nigga felt like using shoot in a game.
He dropped a hot 40 ball in his warm-ups. Mm-hmm. I dropped like a hot 32, full sweat. Mm-hmm. I need to get in the ice bath after. Mm-hmm. I went got buckets. I went work for them bitches though.
I had to follow John Mulaney and Theo Von back to back. In front of their crowd.
Say it again, the mic here.
John Mulaney and Theo in front of their crowd. Yeah. Bruh.
I don't say that because you was full.
Bruh.
My bad. All I said was, is Theo Von funny like that? And I guess he is.
Theo Von is funny. He got fans, man.
Yeah.
Having fans don't make, okay, whatever, okay.
No, but he is funny. I mean, he's, you know, like I said, when you're in front of your people.
When you're in front of your people,
you're hilarious.
Motherfucker alive.
Did he make you laugh?
Facts.
Yes or no?
No.
All right, fuck you. You're not funny.
Wow, just because he didn't make me laugh?
Right.
That don't mean he's not funny.
Funny is funny, in my opinion.
A lot of people don't make you laugh, Harry. They got a lot of comedians down here specifically that you don't find funny at all that I definitely see an avenue for.
No, I definitely see check me out. Too. No, so here's the thing. It's then between not making me laugh. Like everybody that's remotely funny has made me laugh. Even motherfuckers I don't personally like on a personal level. If they're funny, they've made me laugh. But they 8-9 times out of 10 do they make me laugh? Fuck no, you ain't like that. But like,
I think Theo Von is funny.
Yeah.
Right? But, just like all comedians, he's an acquired taste like I'm an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying?
Are you an acquired taste, Trixx?
I am an acquired taste. Not everybody thinks I'm funny.
Who the fuck don't think you funny?
You got people that don't think Kevin Hart funny.
You got people that don't think
Taste.
Chappelle funny.
Let me tell you something. This is the conversation we gotta have. There's a difference between comedians who really are an acquired taste and motherfuckers just hating.
Right.
Certain people, Trixx is, you don't like Trixx, you're just hating. You don't like Kevin Hart, especially as older shit, you're just hating. Some motherfuckers really are. Theo Von, I could see him being an acquired taste. There's motherfuckers down here there's a lot of motherfuckers down here who are an acquired taste. Certain motherfuckers you just hating, bro. Like at some point we gotta acknowledge what it is. At some point. Certain point you gotta
I feel like, so like when you was coming up, like how you dealt with like, all right, so there's a point when you first start, you knew you showing some skill, you start passing people up, you start separating yourself, and niggas start hating. How was that for you? How'd you handle
This
that?
is what I'm going to say to all the young comics, because I wish OG said this to me earlier in my career.
pay attention.
The minute you stop worrying about the back of the room is when you start to not worry about the hate, because most of that hate you're talking about is coming from your colleagues. It ain't coming from the audience member. If you out there and you're making the audience laugh, there's no reason for them to hate you. The hate you're talking about is comics jealous and mad because you pass it them.
Oh, of course.
Or comics jealous and mad because you're getting the opportunities they're not getting. Or maybe you're a reminder of what they're not doing. Because there's a lot of people you probably done came up with. Now you've passed them by being on bigger shows, and that's whatever. Comedy's all about who you know. Sometimes
It is. I feel like that's exactly what it's about.
Sometimes about who you know. So sometimes you know how to build relationships with people. So that easily kind of plucks you from that open mic scene, and now you're doing more bigger shows. It's what it is, right? How you deal with the hate is not to, bro. Let me tell you something, man. This is a profession where not everybody's gonna like you, bro. You need to understand that. Not everybody's gonna like you. So you're not. You can't please everybody. At the end of the day, your job is to go out there and make motherfuckers laugh. That's your job. And as long as you're doing your job, you're not stealing jokes, you're doing it within the etiquette of comedy, them people not liking you is a them problem. It's not a you problem. And that's the problem with comics. Every time you see a negative comment about you or you hear somebody talk shit about you, you think it's your problem. It's not your problem. Mm-hmm. Somebody who wakes up in the morning and decides just not to like you, that's their problem, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
Yeah.
So why deal with it? Why worry about it?
I have like I say, being newer, I have a little bit of, I don't know, the best way I could describe it is like survivor's guilt. Like, I know that I'm newer than people, and I've passed quite a bit of people up, and I feel that on them when they see me or
see it all the time.
It's love, but like I'm a competitor. Like, we all know I grew up playing sports. I know how it is. It's very competitive. This is no different. Mm-hmm. Only difference is we're not on stage defending each other. That's it. But it's very competitive. Mm-hmm. So I'm not mad at you. You can still like me for real, but you a competitor and you your biggest fan. Mm-hmm. So obviously you gonna feel like, damn, he knew he da and he doing this, he doing that. Or like every time I see him, I feel like when I have an off night, niggas take joy in that. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, why he killing, why he this, why he that. And when I finally do have my off night, it seems like niggas be like, yes.
That's going to happen 20 years from now, bro.
Who is niggas?
It's like, when I'm out and I have that night, I feel it. It's like people come to me and be like, oh, yeah, you get it next time. But like, I feel it on them. It don't seem like how you say you could tell when it's genuine. Like when niggas come and they pat you on the back and they be like, you'll get it next time. It's like, like you got a little bit extra laugh on you. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like for instance, like with Harry. Like Harry jokes me bad, but like I guess we close enough to where it's like, all right, that's just Harry. Harry gonna jokes me bad. Mm-hmm. But other people, you not that close to me to jokes me bad.
You know what's funny? I had this conversation with Saya. Shout out to Saya. Saya starting to move in a certain direction now because of her success on TikTok, right? She's starting to move in a direction now where, bookers are hollering at her for, door deals. Come to my establishment, see if you can sell out on Wednesday, whatever. She's moving in that direction of doing the tour, and even she's noticed. And I warned her. I said, listen, some of the people that you came up with, that you thought were your friends, you're going to see how they really view you now, because you're going to start to be a reminder of the shit they're not doing.
Right.
You get some pushback from some people, and she has. She ain't gonna, we don't need to name names, but she'll tell you herself.
No, say names.
That she's
Turn
dealing
this
with
bitch
that.
up, Trixx.
He want everybody to say names.
Turn this bitch up, Trixx.
He looking at me like, yeah, Sean.
But you wanna
did
know
this
niggas?
up?
Who is niggas?
Who is
But that's,
niggas?
but that's
Who is
all
niggas?
facets of life, bro.
Yeah.
It's not just comedy, bro. You can have a regular ass job.
Definitely.
It's just life, period. The minute you start to become a reminder of what other people aren't doing, there's a natural resentment towards you, and you need to understand that it is not your goddamn problem.
And I do, and I'm not mad at niggas for that. Like when
Not
I
your
feel that on people, that don't make me not like them.
Yeah,
I feel like that's natural to feel that way.
I don't.
It's a good thing, man. Haters don't talk about people that ain't doing shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Well,
It's good.
We do got to get out of here. I definitely just want to say, Trixx, I appreciate you for the opportunities you helped me get, and congrats on your dry bar special that you do
appreciate
have
you, bro.
coming out. And bro, just keep killing it. How you been doing, bro? Thank you for being a guest on Let's Talk Ball.
And Trixx are for kids.
And tell them where they can follow you at, bro.
Trixx not for kids.
No,
Trixx is for
everything you get a
grown
rise out
adult
of
women.
Trixx is for the children. That's what
No.
children.
Trixx is for grown women, like light skinned Latina women. Trixx is for light skinned Latinas,
Trixx are for kids.
not for kids.
Harry just trying to get a rise up. I don't fall for this shit. But,
I got you.
Let them know where they can follow you at, bro. Even though you got more followers than this fucking podcast.
Nigga, all of us combined, nigga.
let them know where they can follow us at, bitch.
Yeah, let me help you. Let me plug your shit.
Nigga say, at Troy got next. Nigga say, at your favorite comedian.
Please.
Follow them.
Nigga say, at comedian Harry Landry. Please.
But y'all also follow my dog at Comedian Trixx, man.
Yeah, 2 X's.
Them 2 followers he ain't got. Just follow him.
2 X's. He wasn't bold enough to put that 3rd X on there, but I'm gonna convince him.
That 3rd X would have been
That
crazy.
third be crazy.
Trixx.
I've never earned it yet, bro.
Trixx, yeah.
Maybe I earned it at the Swingers Convention this year.
Yeah, you get that once you do the Swingers Convention.
Maybe I get it this year.
Shout out Nature Boy.
That's funny as fuck.
All right, y'all know what it is. That's Let's Talk
We'll
Ball.
see y'all next time.
We
If you
out.
know ball, let's talk ball.
Let's talk about we outie.
Shout out Smiley.